What's up everybody, Mr. Play Dr. Gaming here, back with another video for y'all today. And today I want to start a new series on my channel, or I want to start an idea for a new series on my channel called Dead Game Review. In this series, what I want to do is I want to take a look at dead games and see did they deserve to die, or did people didn't give the game a chance to give the game a fair shake. And today's game we're gonna be looking at is called Quake Champions. Now I haven't been playing Quake Champion for a good little while. Like, I've been playing Quake Champion for like 15 hours at most, and so far I had a blast. So what is Quake Champion? Quake Champion is a free-to-play arena shooter developed by ID Software and published by Bethesda Softworks. Quake Champion will release on August 22nd, 2017. Quake Champion is an arena shooter where the goal of the game is to kill the enemy team until you reach the score limit or till time runs out. But there's also a mode called Deathmatch that follows the same rule as Team Deathmatch, but instead of being on a team, it's every man for themselves. There are other modes, but due to Quake Champion low player count, the game modes are basically dead. Now, how do you play Quake Champions? I told you the whole point of Quake Champions is to kill your opponent till the game is over. Now, how do you go about dispatching your opponents? Well, I'm glad you asked. First off, let's go over champions in Quake Champions. The champions in Quake Champions are different characters that have their own ability. Notice how I said ability and not abilities. Each champion only has one ability, and after they use that ability, your ability would be put on a cooldown timer that has to run out before you can use the ability again. Still, you can make your ability go down faster by collecting these little hourglass items around the map. The abilities in Quake Champion does not make or break a match, and mostly take a back seat, but what really matters in Quake Champion is what I'm about to talk about next. Another important part about Quake Champion that you really need to get down before you actually play this game is having good aim and good map control. One thing that makes Quake Champion somewhat difficult to get in is having good aim and having good map control. In Quake Champion, having good aim is a requirement to find any success in Quake Champion. Now, I ain't saying you had to have MLG or esport level aiming to be successful, just have a good time in Quake Champion. What I am saying, you have to be comfortable in your aiming ability to be successful in Quake Champion. Now, another part of Quake Champion is map control. The reason you need decent map control in Quake Champion is because there will be various items around the map that will spawn. These items is armor that make you harder to kill. You got weapons, you got different types of weapons that appear around the map, like weapon that can be very useful, like the rocket launcher, the lightning gun, and the railgun, or you can have weapons that are just utter garbage, like the shotgun, tri-bolt, or nail gun. Quake Champion also has another thing that called power-ups. There are two power-ups in Quake Champion. It is called quad damage and it called protection. Quad damage allows you to do 4 times the amount of damage to the opponent, and protection allows you to get a damage reduction. Keep in mind, these power-ups only last for 30 seconds, so you got 30 seconds to either have reduced damage or 4 times the damage. Another thing about these power that you need to know is that they can be collected more than one time. These power are placed on a 2-minute cooldown when a player picks it up. So if you pick up either one of these power or any other player picks up these power up are gonna be placed on a 2-minute cooldown. This also, I forgot to mention, go for armor as well. If a player picks up an armor, that armor will be placed on a 30-second cooldown, not a 2-minute cooldown. So that's why having good aim and map control is so important in Quake Champion, because having good aim allows you to get more kills, and having good map control allows you to get good items that make you hard to kill and let you get kills more easily. Now, let's move on to the next section of this review, is the population and the player count. Now, when we talk about Quake Champion player count, what we're looking around about here is 200 to 600 player per day. So Quake Champion is not the most active games, but in Quake Champion you can find a game in a reasonable time. Most of the time, Quake Champion mostly populated in the afternoon. In the afternoon, find a game is basically no problem. The most populated game modes in Quake Champion is Team Deathmatch and Deathmatch. So if you're trying to play any other game modes in Quake Champion, you may have a harder time, to be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie, trying to find matches for the other game mode besides Team Deathmatch and Deathmatch are basically dead. Like, nobody playing that mode whatsoever, and you just gonna be staying in the queue for a very long time. So those other modes in Quake Champion is basically not worth playing. So just queue up for Team Deathmatch and Deathmatch, because those are basically the only playable modes in the game. But on average, if you do team up for a Team Deathmatch and Deathmatch, on average, the wait time for a Team Deathmatch or Deathmatch game is between 1 to 2 minutes on average. So not too fast like Insta Queue, but it also ain't too slow either. Like, I don't think a minute or 2 minutes is actually that long of a wait. You can get up, you basically can get up, use the bathroom, come back, and the game be fine right for you, or go out and get some water or whatever. So it gives you plenty of time to do that, but it relatively fast. Like 1 to 2 minutes to me, for real, is not a huge issue. Like, it's not a huge issue. Like, waiting 1 to 2 minutes for a game is not a big deal, especially if you playing like Deathmatch or Team Deathmatch. Now, you playing the other modes, I don't know, cause I never really bothered with the other modes, because I already assumed those modes were dead. Because I searched for one mode that wasn't Team Deathmatch and Deathmatch, and I waited like a 7-minute queue. So I don't think those modes are worth queuing up for. But Team Deathmatch and Deathmatch are very active. So I recommend playing those two modes if you want to play Quake Champion. But if you want to play the other modes or whatever, I don't think Quake Champion is not worth your time, because the queues are just so long that it's not even worth waiting no queue to play the other game mode. Just play Deathmatch or Team Deathmatch and you're gonna have a fun time with this game. But yeah, Quake Champion overall, I think it's a pretty fun arena shooter game. I recently put like 15 hours into Quake Champion. So if you like Quake Champion, if you like these like a fast-paced FPS game that kind of difficult to get into, Quake Champion is a game for you. Let me tell you, this game is for you if you like fast-paced, non-stop action. Like, that's my type of gameplay. I like fast play, non-stop action. So this game is perfect for me. I put 15 hours into the game. I would put more, but I had like other obligations besides play Quake Champion, and I like playing other stuff as well in between Quake Champion. So my maximum is 15 hours, but that ain't bad, because that's like within a week I put 15 hours to this game. And I think Quake Champion is a really good game. The game is mostly focused on skill. I think Quake Champion is a good game. Like, if you like a game where it's more skill based than more skill based than not skill based, I feel like Quake Champion is a good game. I feel like Quake Champion is a game where you can just hop in, play a few matches, whatever, get off, or you can play like all day and just still have a blast with it. I feel like Quake Champion is really not a bad game. I think the game is pretty good. I like how the game is. Like I said, I like the fast pack. Kind of like the Halo-ish style of the game. Because, you know, Halo, you go around, you pick up weapons instead of the weapon being handed to you. And you actually got to fight for the map to control the power weapon. I like that type of gameplay, honestly. I ain't gonna lie to you, I like it. I like that Halo type of gameplay. So I think Quake Champion is especially good for people that like the Halo type of gameplay. It's like you gotta earn the right to use the powerful weapons. I like that type of stuff. Like, you gotta earn the right to use the powerful stuff instead of the power stuff being handed to you. I like that type of stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like working for my stuff. Like, I like working for powerful weapons. Like, it just feels so good. You just dominate an entire lobby. Quake Champion one though game where if you get really good at it and you just start dominating like the entire lobby or whatever, it feels really good. But let me tell you, it also feels the reverse when it being happened to you. It feels really bad when you the one that getting dominated on. But I'm telling you, but when you the one that dominated and you get that dopamine rush from being that, but basically being a slayer in the lobby, it feels really good. But it also feels the exact opposite when you the one that getting dominated on. So Quake Champion is really a give and take. If you're not that good, you just get crapped on. I'm sorry, that's how the game is. And I feel like if you stick with Quake Champions, you will like it. I feel like you will like the game if you just stick with Quake Champion. Like, you gotta get better. You gotta earn the right to get better. Like, you gotta earn the right to you gotta earn getting the good stuff, getting on those killing sprees and stuff. That's what I feel. That's what I like about video games. Honestly, I like video games that actually make you work. That actually make you work to have a good game. Like, it's not just handed to you by abusing broken abilities or abusing broken characters. I like games that actually make you work to have that power fantasy. Sometimes I love playing games where you don't have to work for it, but I love games where you are rewarded for being a good player. And keep in mind, I don't play the game all day, but it feels good when you just run in the lobby. That's how Quake Champions feel. You just chilling, you doing that, you just tuning into your music, whatever, and you just completely dominating the lobby, bro. It's like effortless because you're that good. But it also feels bad when you on the opposite side of that. We want to call it power dynamic. So with Quake Champion, it's a give and take. You will have some game where you do really good, but you will also have game where you can't even get a single kill sometimes. That's how I like these types of games, bro. I like these games that just focus on raw skill above all else. And yeah, that's it for my review on Quake Champions. I hope y'all liked the video. I think y'all really should give Quake Champions a shot if you enjoy this type of game. It's been Mr. Played out with another video. See y'all later. Peace.